Good morning, students. Welcome in science class. Today we will complete the explanation of this chapter and we will discuss question answer. If you had written question answer in your class workbook, no need to copy down. Otherwise, with the help of this video, you can learn the question answer also. First topic, animals and plants depend on each other. Animals and plants depend on each other for the survival. Animals need food to eat and oxygen to breathe. We animals, we need food for energy and oxygen also to breathe. And plant give animals this food and oxygen. So from where this food and oxygen are available to us? Plants give us. This is why the fish which live longer in an aquarium with water plants in it than in one without them. So if you keep fish in the aquarium with the plant and another aquarium without the plant, the fish which is living in the aquarium with the plant will live for the longer period of the time than other in which there is no plant. So plant gives food and oxygen to all the human, to all the animals. Plants need carbon dioxide to prepare food. Animals breathe out carbon dioxide. This is used by the plants. So plants and animals, they are dependent on each other. So there is an interdependence between the plants and the animals. Again, you can see the figure 6.6. In that previous video also I had explained you that how that animals and plants, they are depending on each other, how there is an interdependence between the animal and the plants. Balance in nature. Balance needs to be maintained between the number of plants and the animal. You imagine what will happen if there is a sudden increase in the number of animals. अब सोच लो, if there is a sudden increase in the animals, एक साथ animals बढ़ गए, then what would happen? Plants may not be able to supply enough food and oxygen to all the animals. Yes, if all of a sudden if the animals increase, then whatever plants are giving food and oxygen, that won't be enough for all that animals. Or if there is a sudden increase in the number of plants, or you think in other way, if there is a sudden increase in the number of plants, what would happen? The carbon dioxide breathed out by the animals may not be enough for the plants. Similarly, if there is a sudden decrease, you think reverse. If there is a sudden increase in the number of either plants or animals, it will disturb the balance in the nature. Yes, of course, there will be a imbalance in the nature. So to maintain this balance in the nature, we have to protect both plants and animals. So balance in the nature is the must. You can see in your textbook figure 6.7, a balance in the nature must be maintained for life on the earth to go on. If it is balanced, then there will be a balance on the earth. Under wildlife protection programs, so government, they are doing lots of programs. So under wildlife protection programs, wild animals are given special protection in forest reserves and sanctuaries. Programs like Van Mahotsav help promote the planting of trees. People are also made aware of the harmful effects caused by the continuous cutting down of the trees. You know, if you go on cutting the trees, then what are the harmful effects? It will affect each and every aspect of your environment. If life on the earth has to go on, a balance in the nature must be maintained. So students, we will discuss this question answer. Already in previous videos, sir had explained this chapter. At the time, take the correct answer, fill in the blanks you had done. Again, if you want, fill in the blanks. The main vein of a leaf carries food. Air enters a plant through the stomata on its leaves. Which of the following is a non-green plant? Croton. Removing the green pigment in a leaf is called bleaching. Which program helps to save trees? It is Van Mahotsav. Fill in the blanks. The presence of the substance called chlorophyll makes the leaf green. The process by which food is prepared in plants is called photosynthesis. Stomata are opening on the underside of a leaf. Moles and mushrooms are non-green plants. Animals need food to eat and oxygen to breathe. Now, question C, write short answers. Open your textbook, page number 55. From there, you have to see the questions. And question D, answer this question again on page number 55. Once again, I am reminding that if you had written this question answer, then no need to copy. But if you had not written, then you can write it in your classwork book. Question C, short answers, and question D, long answers. First question, why do green leaves need to produce food? Water, carbon dioxide. What do green leaves need to produce food? Water, carbon dioxide, chlorophyll, and sunlight are needed by green plants to prepare food. Second question, from where do leaves get energy for preparing food? The leaves get energy for preparing food from the sun. Third, in what form is extra food stored in plants? Extra food is stored in the form of starch in plants. Fourth question, name the part of a cactus plant that prepares food for the plant. As I told you in my earlier video, that cactus plant in that green color, whatever you are seeing, actually they are the stem, and the stem prepare the food for the plant. Fifth question, leaves of the croton appear dark red. Do these leaves have chlorophyll? Yes, they have chlorophyll, but because of the dark red color of the croton, it is not seen. Question D, answer this question. I know they are the long question answer. So, we are discussing, and if you are not written, you can write it in your classwork book, and you can write these answers in your own words also. First, how would you show that a green leaf has a starch in it? Through the activity also, when sir has explained you, at the time also you can, I think you understood that. Take one leaf of a healthy plant, bleach the leaf. How you will bleach the leaf? You can bleach the leaf. Why you want to bleach the leaf? To remove the green color from the leaf. We are bleaching the leaf. And how you will bleach that leaf? Bleach the leaf by first boiling it in water and then boiling it in alcohol. पहले गर्म पानी में बॉईल करो, फिर अल्कोहल में बॉईल करो, तो लीफ का ग्रीन कलर है वो चला जाएगा. This process is known as the bleaching of the leaf. Then wash it in a cold water. Add few drops of iodine to it. And if the color of the leaf turns blue-black, this shows that the starch is present in it. So like this way, in your own words also you can write this answer. Write the functions of the stomata. It is through stomata that the leaf takes in carbon dioxide from the air to prepare food by photosynthesis, and also gives out oxygen and water vapor which are formed during photosynthesis. So these are the functions. The exchange of the gases takes place by the stomata, and also the water vapor is also given out during the process of the photosynthesis. Third question, how do plants use their food? Plants use their food, which is in the form of simple sugar, to get energy and to grow. The extra food is stored in the form of starch in leaves, stem or roots. How is the energy from the sun passed on to the another animals? Fourth question. Sun's energy is trapped by green leaves of a plant during photosynthesis to prepare food. When animals like cows, deer eat these plants, they get directly sun's energy from the plants. And when this Plant eating animals are eaten by flesh eating animals. Sun's energy is again indirectly passed on to those animals. So like this way there is a flow of the energy. Fifth, how do plants without chlorophyll survive? The plants without chlorophyll get their food from dead and the decaying plants and animals. Sixth question, a balance between plants and animals is essential. Why? Why there is a balance? Why there should be a balance between plants and animals? Animals and plants depend on each other. Plants give animals food to eat and oxygen to breathe. Animals breathe in this oxygen and give out carbon dioxide. Plants use this carbon dioxide to prepare food during photosynthesis. So plants and animals both are needed to maintain the right balance in the nature. Today we have discussed question C and question D. Question A and B already in that when sir had explained you at that time you had written in your class book. Once again I am reminding, if you had written question answer then no need to write the second time in your class book, but by chance if you had missed the question answer then from this, with the help of this uploaded video, you can write short answers and long answers. Sorry, answer this question with the help of this video in your class book. Thank you students.